Hey, good morning to the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. Hope you're doing well. I'm experimenting with this stuff and I don't know what it's doing. Got a new computer, trying to get everything working right, but I can't tell one thing whether or not it's recording right or any of that stuff, which is pretty annoying, let's say. Like the background sound, I don't know. I'm not getting any audio through my headset, so I'm hoping you all get it. I hope you're not getting all the external sounds that are out there. There is a jackhammer going on from the background, and Mester Scrum show where we do everything live. And hopefully this is going. I'll find out. I guess I'll find out in like 10 minutes. So I'll keep this short, this show short. Maybe y'all know last week I finally gave up on my old computer. Things weren't working right. Got a new computer. The headset on this, why StreamYard is treating it different than it did on my other computer is beyond me. I know the headset will work fine when I don't have StreamYard on. So I have to experiment with that a little bit. I think it got all the settings right. Sorry, going through this elaborate description. But it reminds me of the Cloud Strike stuff the other day. You just think it's automatically going to transition and work. Well, no, it never does. This morning has been, I think I got to get on the show, do my live show. It's doing a live stream. I can see the live thing. I just don't hear anything coming in. So I have no idea. Um, anyway, so today I wanted to talk about metrics. And one of the things I'm gonna make sure my phone's turned off so that that'll be another thing that'll just add to my world, right? Just get the phone to ring while I'm on the show. I want to talk about metrics and why we use them. You'll always get the question, why do we need to use metrics? Because they work. To be straight up honest with you, it works. So we're getting into that in today's show. And this is 5 a.m. Mester Scrum show. Hope you're doing well. We talk about Scrum and Agile in a very practical and tactical sense. So you can bring more value to customer and not work so hard to get that value and have a little fun along the way. And I've been having a little fun with a new setup for a computer. My other one was 7 years old. I still have it. I still have to have both up and try to figure out what's missing from one setup to another. A lot of things I would assume would work automatically don't. So I had to do a lot of moving of files around and get things going so that I can get kind of where I was before. The camera's different, as I don't know if you can tell. I got a wider view on the camera that came with the computer versus the last one, which didn't quite have as a bigger view. So I got to get used to that myself mentally, and hopefully this show is going out properly. Um. Anyway, so welcome to the 5 a.m. Master Scrum Show. It is almost 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here on the East Coast. So here's my, why metrics? You're going to get this question from now until the end of time. Why do we need metrics? We shouldn't do metrics. We don't want to do metrics. I'll be honest, those are people that aren't really comfortable with themselves, comfortable with showing the mirror reflection of what they're doing and how they're doing it. Because I'll even apply it to myself. Some say we don't need why we measuring velocity has nothing to do with it. Why we measuring this has nothing to do with it. I think the same argument. Do you do stepping like on my watch and I have it in my phone and I started doing a calorie counting program. You know why? It works. To be honest with you. My son and I, we did went a road trip, posted that up on LinkedIn, all the way up to Pittsburgh, watched the Phillies game, walked around town. My son wanted to get a smoothie. It's this place that's like a mile and a half away from the stadium, and we were walking all day. So I got like 18,000 steps in that day. But I will say, from losing weight and everything, to beat my goal is to be healthy, to be able to do the miles and the exercise and hike the Appalachian Trail and do all that kind of stuff with my kids and my family. The tracking of the steps is something I watch. Like, I'm always looking, what's my average for the week? Am I at my goal is 12,000 steps a day? Where am I at? I'm on average 7,000. I'm on the average of 10,000. I mean, I was doing 10,000 almost every day, but now I upped my goal to 12, right? I give myself a higher goal. And it's not The steps aren't my goal. My goal is to be healthy. However, steps and process help me get there. Lets me know am I on track to reach my goal. Calorie counting. I do the calorie counting because it does work. If you ever listen, he's like, "Oh, I don't need to count calories." Trust me, if you want to lose weight, calorie counting does work. Even when I was a youthful lad and I was a little overweight, and my doctor said, "Well, you might have to start counting calories." We've been doing that. It comes down to basics. Sometimes that's just it. Counting calories and working out every day. Are you meeting those goals? By doing those immediate goals will help you reach your bigger goal. Same thing that goes with sprints. Same thing with Scrum and Agile. Why do we do a metric for burn down? Why do we do a velocity? Why do we do, story points? Because metrics help reach the goal. And man, people arguing we don't need that. I said, well, do you ever do like steps on your phone, your watch? Are you in a point where you're trying to get healthy? I mean, you're in your 20s. Maybe in your 20s you don't need to because you just do it naturally and it just naturally occurs. As you get older, you may not do that and you need a reminder. You need to get up, go exercise, and different perspectives of different things. But the reason why we do metrics is because it does work. You can argue where does metrics not work, right? That's the question. Okay, so you're saying metrics don't work. Show me where metrics don't work. They don't encourage people to do. Now, metrics can be used for the wrong purposes by other people against you if you let them. But if you control your metrics, it'll help you. Like, I want to do this metric and this metric and see how it goes. And does it help me get better? You might ask, does velocity help me? But if you don't do it, you'll never know, right? The ones that say we don't need any metrics, we just need to produce, there's a lot of point of time between when you start and you stop and you hand off that you may be asking yourself, how are we doing? Am I getting to where I need to be? And really, to be honest with you, the metrics are the way to get there, right? It's the best way. And I just want to check one thing here. I got my camera going. Audio seems like it's working okay. Headset, I have no idea, but everything else is going good. So I went to check in. As I said earlier, I got the new computer, trying to get it set up. I wanted to do a show just to get it working. You avoid it as much as possible. It's going to go, I can go to actually a whole nother show of avoidance and not doing things. And you have to do it in order to see if it works. And until you do it, you don't know, have any idea whether it's working or not. So I'll know after I do the show when I try to watch or listen and monitor to see how it's going. Did it work or not? So I wanted to share that with you because I want to encourage you. You're always going to have that. Why do we need new metrics? Why should we do velocity? Why are we doing points? Why are we measuring time in a particular process step? Why are we measuring how many things we get done? How many features? Why are we measuring that? Because it helps you get to your goals, right? Just like measuring your steps. Does anybody do steps? Raise your hand. How do you measure whether or not you're getting healthy or not? Do you look in the mirror? Do you weigh yourself on a scale? To do the percent fat thing, whatever. Pick the easiest scale. Measuring steps nowadays is easy peasy. Measuring velocity, easy peasy because the systems do it for you automatically. Reflecting on them, you have to make sure you do that. Looking at your calories that you intake over the past week, or actually putting the calories in, a little more complicated, right? The extra step of actually entering data and looking things up. But once you get in the habit, it works pretty well. And I will say when I am measuring my calories in and out, I am getting healthier, right? I know I can see the results that it's getting there. But without those metrics, I don't know if I'll keep focused on where I want to go. Will, keep me in that bound to where I need to produce. So I wanted to share that with you. People are going to do that. So you can challenge them. When they ask you why metrics, a couple of things you could say. One, it works, right? Give an example of tracking steps. So if you don't track steps, do you get as many steps in that day or not? Does looking at your step count, like if you realize your goal is 10,000 steps or 8,000 steps or 5,000, whatever your goal is, when you don't pay attention, do you necessarily hit that? Maybe not. When you do look at your watch or you look at your phone, you look at your steps, you say, oh, if I go out and walk another 20 minutes, I'll reach my goal, right? It's the same thing in metrics. Like if I look at that metric every week, oh, I haven't got, stuff has get done, it's been bogged down, it's been sitting there for a while. What can I do to move it to the next thing? You start questioning those, asking those questions of yourselves, and it has to become a habit. The more often you do it, the more often you'll succeed. So again, why metrics? Because it works. And that's what I want to do here on this Metric Monday. Just share that with you on the metrics. I'll share bits and pieces of our travel, how I got to where we got to. By the way, I'll share it tomorrow. I was able to get a return flight for $11, first class for my son and I. It cost for the two of us to fly from Pittsburgh back to Philly only cost us $11. And I'll share tomorrow in tomorrow's show why it only costs. What do I do to be? Because people are asking me on Facebook right now. It's like, how did you get $11 for a first class ticket? And it has to do with points. Oh my God, points! Yeah, miles, frequent flyer miles, and I'll share those that trick, and it does apply with what we do. There's a thing to it that if you look at it, how it applies to how you do your work and focusing will get you where you want to go. With that, I want to say thank you. Hope this song comes out through. Yeah, I will see how it works. Please forgive me if it's all whacked out, but I'll find out in a little while if my new setup is working. Got to get used to it. I got to get into a rhythm with the new computer, the setup, how it reacts. A lot of things I didn't think would happen happened. So, with that, I want to wish you all the best. I want to wish you a great day. Happy scrumming. And hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll do a 2 for 1 Tuesday or 10x your day, what I usually do on Tuesdays. And I'm going to share some things how I got that $11 flight was one-way ticket for my son and I to get back here yesterday and what I did to get to that point. With that, I want to wish you the best. Have a great day and take care. Have some fun. Bye.